EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Carolina Panthers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Young to throw it. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. The pitch comes to Sanders. Runs over it. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. The Panthers now 2-5 to start play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. You look at this Colt defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes add up into points against you.
Young. Sharks got it, left side. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Powers through it, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Chark the motion man right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. What a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
That throw by Young incomplete. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. A play fake. Now Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson. That's complete to Pierce. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It was Henry Anderson who got in there to get him down. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance?
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And they'll get him down right around the 25. Actually, the 26 officially. So a net gain of 1 there. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now Young. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well on that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Young will set to throw. It's caught by Sanders. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 7-7, our score after 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Young now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sanders. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good...
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And the Colts are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Oh, the option to give to Taylor here. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Meanwhile, Richardson's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Richardson looking to throw this. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Derek Brown able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Gay knocks this one through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here is Young. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Taken from just outside the 30. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. On 1st down, Richardson. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. A short throw pulled in by Woods. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
Richardson to the air on first down.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Now it's Richardson.
Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Gay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle.
3rd and 3.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And he's got room.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
That good for 19 and a first down. It's Young off play action. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an out ball there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Young.
That swung out wide to Sanders.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now here's Young.
And once again, this is Sanders.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
It's a second down run with Sanders. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
This is 2nd and 8. Now Richardson back to throw it. That complete to Downs.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it.
And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Richardson. This pass caught. It's Woods.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That play could never get started thanks to the defensive effort of Shaq Thompson. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Got his open man. It's Mallory. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That's on the tackle, Braden Smith. Play action. Now Richardson. They'll get this one to Pittman. So the pitch and catch good for 11. 3rd and 7 now.
Barney sold the go route really well. He was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
On the handoff, Taylor. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. From the shotgun, Richardson. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Colts put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll let Taylor try and run. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, and if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Young. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side on target to Thielen. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down. I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Here's 2nd down.
Young to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here's 3rd down at 5. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Here's Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown! Hayden Hurst. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's 1st and 10. Richardson. Got his man. It's Woods.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
First and 10, Taylor now. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Again, it's Taylor.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Here comes 2nd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And the Hoosier State will celebrate tonight as the Colts have won it.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were...